if you were to think about knowledge as being the most important thing in life, that every single teacher should have been successful. Every single teacher should have had their own successful business. But why is not knowledge the only most important thing? And what else is more important than knowledge? Look at this beautiful view of Dubai. Allahumma barik. I mean, think about this, right? If you weren't having the financial freedom at this time, you'd probably be at your job.
111,000 in ARR.
So if you guys would like to change your life, all I would like you guys to actually emphasize on is knowing who you're taking advices from. Always have this belief that you only want advice from people that you would like to switch your life with. If you want to be a gym coach, or if you have any kind of skill that you would like to sell, 2025 is the easiest times that you could do it. The next thing that I would like to talk about is, of course, my own source of income and how exactly did I get to this position. Hello my people, welcome back to a brand new video. Today let me show you something really nice that kind of resonates with the title and the thumbnail. 111,000 in ARR. Now this video, once again, before I go further, is nothing to do with disrespecting my mentors, teachers, from kindergarten to school to high school to university to college. None of that stuff. I love and respect each one of my teachers and professors, and you guys should do it too, inshallah. The only reason why it's title and thumbnail like that is because you guys would already know it's for the algo. But anyways boys, today I'm going to talk about something really important, something that perhaps would give you guys a clear important viewpoint on how exactly am I making more money than most of my mentors, teachers and professors, and what kind of path have I chosen that have gotten me this beautiful life. So indeed this video is going to be full of information, full of value, and I want you guys to watch until the end, because we're also going to be going on a coffee run, more like a coffee drive, and inshallah I'm going to be taking some coffee together with you guys. But before I do, I just want you guys to guess which car am I taking for the coffee. So starting from this kind of row, all of these cars, do you guys think it's that one, or is it 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 that one? This is like a challenge. If you guys can guess it, comment it down below which car am I going to be taking for the coffee run. It is parked on the street. That's just a little hint that I could give to you guys. But yeah, we're going to be enjoying our time. Also, I was watching Mr. B's video. This one was really emotional, guys, you know. Crazy how the guy had a teacher, or like a gym teacher or coach, and mid-video he passed away. That is actually crazy. Very emotional. But yeah, well, rest in peace. But yeah, my people, I doubt I've forgotten anything. I've got everything, and including the key right over here. And I think I just revealed the car, but it's completely fine. You guys are still gonna, inshallah, enjoy it and like it. As always, living in Dubai, we don't close the door. I mean, not like closing, but like at least let me shut it. Like I didn't mean to lock it, you know what I mean? So we're just gonna shut the door, leave it all open. Alhamdulillah for the fact that we live in Dubai. So once again, I just want to emphasize that this video is not to disrespect any kind of teachers, mentors, or people that I've worked with, or even people who are watching it that are professors, anything like that. I respect and love each one of you just like my parents, and you guys should do it too, because they have so much haq on top of you guys, which is really, really important for you guys to keep in mind. So the reason why I'm making this video is, once again, because if you're a young teenager, or perhaps even a mentor or a professor, look, my nasib, I get the elevator that is used for taking out furniture. So I'm not gonna use that, boys. I'm gonna take you guys on the nice elevator with the nice view. The view is gonna be me, of course. But anyways, boys, I'm gonna talk to you guys about how exactly I make money, how exactly do I make more than my mentors and my professors. Again, no disrespect, money does not define anyone, but it is a good tool to be used in order to live a good life, be happy, perhaps, or kind of have a status of success by any means, if that makes sense. I did forget my tripod, so let me get that too real quick. Alright, my people, just got a tripod. This one is used for the car, and while driving I don't want to be having the camera on my hand, so I'll make sure that I have a tripod, because my professor once told me be careful while driving. So I'm gonna take his advice, and I'm gonna not use my phone or my camera and use this tripod right over here. So yeah, my people, again, respect to all of the professors, but indeed money matters, and it matters in a very much large scale on exactly how you make your money, how exactly do you run your companies and all of that stuff, which is the most important thing that I would like to talk to you guys about it today, inshallah. This is the nice elevator. I think it's much more better than just, I don't know, cupboards or whatever. So we're gonna take the car out, inshallah. We're gonna have a nice coffee drive. So I hope you guys will enjoy it, inshallah. Look at this, boys, mashallah. How beautiful is this Rolls Royce, mashallah. All right, we're about to go. Hello, brother. Surprise, surprise, surprise. It's the Wraith again. Honestly, I've been in love with this car so much. And whoever is watching my daily videos, you guys already know, I love the smell of this car more than anything. Every time I jump into this car and it has the smell, I love it so much, wallahi. So we're gonna be, inshallah, taking the car out on a coffee drive, and I'm gonna be speaking to you guys on my income streams, how exactly do I do it, and inshallah, hopefully you guys will enjoy this beautiful vlog and enjoy the coffee drive together with me. So without further ado, let's put this bad boy into D, wear our seat belts, and inshallah take on the drive. I mean, look, another beautiful Rolls Royce. Allahumma barik. That is actually so beautiful. Damn. That was a Cullinan though, if you guys didn't know. Cullinans are so beautiful, mashallah. And yeah, we're out here in Dubai, of course, so many other nice cars. Even in the parking, there is crazy Ferraris and crazy cars that I would like to show to you guys, inshallah. So okay, my people, we're in the Rolls Royce, but there's a slight problem. The problem is that the tripod is not sticking to the special wood that this car has. And my other Rolls Royce, you can easily stick it in because it's like glass and whatever. It actually sticks, but this one doesn't. So unfortunately, I do have to fail my professors at this point of the vlog. So I apologize, but I will drive slow and I will be careful. But anyways, boys, jokes aside, I did have this one slight issue in my sort of university and college times where I was deemed as the kid who would be perfect for the corporate job or corporate lifestyle. And the reason why I was deemed as that person is because every single task that my college or university gave to me, I was doing it no matter what. If they told me to prepare a 50 slide on the college, I did it. If they told me to promote it on kind of social media, I did it. And I did everything that they were telling me. And I'm not here to regret anything that I did, because everything that I did was indeed an experience in itself. But I do want to emphasize on the fact that I was deemed as that person because I was taking care of everything that was happening in the college and university, and that was one of the mistakes that I kind of did. Although I am of course happy and not fully regretting the fact that I did those things, or I did take care of a lot of things for my college or university. But it's just the fact that I never had this kind of like, you know, bigger goal in the times that I was in college, and I never had this bigger picture that I could look into for myself. I never in my life thought that I would be making more than my professors. Indeed, of course, the professors that I was with, of course, had a good earning, good probable, I don't know how much they were earning per month, but they were earning good amount of money, and it was of course very hard for me to be like, oh, I'm gonna be making more than my professors. That just sounds unbelievable, right? How are you gonna make more than your professors without a degree? And this other thing that they kind of instilled in my brain is the fact that without a degree, you are a nobody, and you're not gonna get anywhere in life, and you're gonna be unsuccessful, and you know, degree is the only way to go ahead with your future life and all of that stuff. And there's this one funny story with one of my professors where I was actually applying for a part-time job and all of that stuff, and I was kind of missing my assignments, and my teacher kept telling me, son, you're focusing on the short term and you're not thinking about your degree. You know, if you don't have a degree, you're going to be so unsuccessful. And then I look at myself right now, the current position or life that I am, alhamdulillah, and I say, I'm glad that I actually took those chances of part-time jobs or part-time shifts or whatever that it may would have been, for the experience that I have today and for the person that I have become today. Because if it wasn't for those small experiences in my life, I probably wouldn't have been here. I probably would have had a corporate job, 9 to 5, and probably wouldn't even know what I'm going to be doing with my life in the next few years or few months. I would just be stuck in the exact matrix that I was scared of to be in. Because this one fear that I had for the longest time was literally having a job that I would have to attend 5 days a week, have a boss over myself, and was one of the biggest fears that I had. And this is something that, alhamdulillah, I'm so happy for. The fact that my dad always told me that you have to be your own boss and you have to do your own thing / your own business. And that's exactly what I did. Alhamdulillah, for the fact that my father actually promoted me to do my own business. I actually started it, got it to the position that it is right now. And alhamdulillah, I don't have a boss over myself, because I can literally do whatever that I want, even if it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't have a 9 to 5, I don't have shift. I don't have to be at a certain place at a certain time, of course, if it's not necessary or if it's not important. And that is the biggest blessing that I could tell you guys that comes with financial freedom, and the fact that I'm able to make more than my professors. Once again, that's not to disrespect them in any way possible, but just to be, alhamdulillah, blissful for everything that I currently own or currently have. So the major thing that happened in my life for me to make more money is when exactly I decided to start my online business. And to be fair, I even had my mentors or perhaps my professors asking me, Hassan, could you please help us in starting this entire thing, which was e-commerce and dropshipping? And I put a lot of them onto it as well, because let's be honest, one source of income from one place is not really enough. You want to have multiple sources of income, and that's exactly what, you know, being in corporate does to you. You're stuck to one thing and you cannot really change it, and you cannot really do anything about it. And now you're clueless of what you're gonna do next, how you're gonna be able to get your dream car, your dream house, or whatever it may be. You guys have seen the TikToks and all of that stuff where, you know, they go into the parking lot of the teachers or professors, and there's not even one single good car. Now, once again, I'm not saying that to be like, oh, you know, teachers are poor or whatever, but just to give you guys a perspective, if you don't want to have that life, don't follow that life, or don't fall into that kind of a life. But if you want to have a better life and drive Rolls Royces and Bugattis or, you know, SVJs or whatever it may be, then you have to actually work for that specific thing. And this is the biggest problem with most of the people. They don't realize that they have to set goals. They don't really emphasize on changing their lives and doing things that would actually benefit them kind of in this life and the future. Let's just imagine two different people. Now, of course, professors are really helping out the community and people and all of that stuff, one person at a time. But imagine if there was another person who started a social media brand, who is literally a fitness coach and is helping hundreds of thousands of people just all at once. How is that professor or that coach doing that? It's by personal branding. So that person who is doing help to more people will always earn more rewards, of course debating on what kind of knowledge they're spreading. But what's important is the fact that you could be making more money, and you could have bigger dreams, and you could have, you know, had this bigger dream and bigger thought in your head that you know you can achieve. But the only problem with you, or the only thing that is separating you, is this limited mindset that you have in your mind. Most of the professors that I've talked to that teaches business, and I've told them, like, why don't you do business yourself if you teach it, you know, which is the main question that every single kid asks. They always tell me, oh, I haven't had the perfect time, or perhaps I haven't had the perfect funds for it to start, or I don't know, 100 other reasons that they would come up with. But what I'd like to emphasize on the fact is that it's not only about the knowledge, if you guys were to truly put it on scale. You know what I mean? Like, if you were to think about knowledge as being the most important thing in life, then every single teacher should have been successful. Every single teacher should have had their own successful business. But why is not knowledge the only most important thing? And what else is more important than knowledge? Well, you guys want to hear it? It's actually braveness or bravery. That is way more important than just knowledge. It's also called courage. If you don't have the courage to take a certain action at a certain time, then indeed you're going to be staying in the same exact position, because the knowledge is not going to help you. The knowledge is going to make you stay in the same exact position forever. And I would put this into kind of an illusion inside your head, guys. Let's just say you're stuck in an island. This island has a tunnel to another island which is 10 times more beautiful, 10 times more better. But the only thing that you have to do is walk through this dark tunnel. And the only thing that illuminates the light for you is your knowledge. Now, if you were to ask people to actually take on this tunnel, the professors, 90% of them would not even take the tunnel. They would stay at the same exact position that they're in. Not because that they don't have the knowledge, but because they don't have the brave or the courageousness to actually go through that tunnel. But if you were to ask someone like me, someone like courageous or brave enough to take failures in life and to actually understand that, you know, failure is a part of life, then they would take that exact tunnel and actually go to the end of the tunnel and actually get to the next part, even if they have lesser knowledge, even if they don't have the light that illuminates in the tunnel. Why? Because they were brave enough to take action and to actually go through the tunnel themselves. So that's why it's so important, guys, that, you know, knowledge is not the only thing that actually makes you successful. There's one more factor, that is courageousness and braveness. And that's exactly why I see most of the mentors or professors or people who are, you know, having so much knowledge not having a successful business or a successful idea come to life, because they're scared. They're scared, if I focus on my business, I'll probably lose my job. If I do X, Y, and Z, this will happen, that will happen. Just get it out of your head and actually do it. Conquer the world, bigger dreams, bigger things. So if you were to be courageous enough and to actually be brave enough to take the actions that is necessary to change your life, indeed you will change your life, and indeed you will have a better life. We just reached to Saddle, people, the coffee shop that I always come to, and inshallah we're going to be taking some drinks. Look at this Rolls Royce, right, 6600, Allahumma barak. That is literally worth probably 400, 500,000 dirhams, or even more, because it's Abu Dhabi, so I'm not really certain how much exactly it is. So if you guys would like to change your life, all I would like you guys to actually emphasize on is knowing who you're taking advices from. And why is it so important is because you don't want to be taking advice from people that you don't want to switch your position in life with them. And this is not again about professors, this is in general about anyone who actually has anything to do with you and your life, who is giving you advices, who is telling you, hey, do X, Y, and Z, and you're thinking about it. Is this person really speaking in my benefit? Does he know what I'm trying to accomplish in my life? Or is he limiting me in any means for what I want to get in my life or where I want to be in life? So always have this belief that you only want advice from people that you would like to switch your life with. And again, it could be not professors. Professors would give you advices that would be more about life, more about stuff that is more general. My people just ordered some frappe to inshallah bust on and actually enjoy it in this beautiful weather. But yeah, once again, speaking about my money making method and how exactly do I make money, I actually dropped out of college a few years ago. I started my e-commerce and dropshipping journey, and from e-commerce and dropshipping I started teaching people, because every single person would ask me, how do you do it, how do you do it? And I was like, you know what, I might as well just actually teach to mass people by releasing a course. Once I released the course, a lot of people were interested in it, and alhamdulillah I did really well. And now I am teaching people on how to monetize their skills and their audience. Perhaps if there is a professor watching this video who is really good with, let's just say, history, or really good with gym, maybe you're a fitness coach or whatever, then I could tell you that you could literally make 10 times more money than what you're currently making. And this is not, of course, just to brag once again, or just to, I don't know, sugar candy it, because I don't really benefit from telling you this in any way possible. I'm not affiliated with everything that I'm talking about. But how could you make 10 times more money than what you're currently making? Let's just say you're a professor making 25,000 dirhams per month from your university or college, whatever it may be, right? Or let's just say it in dollars, you're making around $8,000 per month. How could you make around $50,000 every single month by teaching the same exact thing that you're currently teaching, but to a larger audience or to a larger number of people? Well, quite simply by building a personal brand. Most of the teachers who has a personal brand or who has built a personal brand are 100 times more successful than the ones or the teachers or the professors that haven't built their personal brand. So perhaps personal brand is the most important key in order for you to become successful, to sell to more people, to get more eyeballs, and it is exactly what I have used in my entire journey to get to the position that I'm in. Perhaps if I didn't have a personal brand and I didn't know what I was going to sell to the people, I would have never got to the position. Or perhaps maybe I knew what to sell to the people and I had the knowledge of dropshipping and e-commerce, but I didn't know where to teach to the people. Then that would have sucked, because I wouldn't have had clients, I wouldn't have had customers, and it would have put me in a very hard situation. So indeed, when it comes to building your personal brand, it is super important. One of the most important things, whoever you are, whether you're good in physics or college or university or a general mathematician, whoever it may be, you can literally make more money by building your personal brand. I'll just give you guys a quick example of, let's just say, a gym coach or a gym professor. He knows about nutrition, he knows about workout, and he's only teaching 10 people in a gym or 50 people in a single gym, and he's making around 10,000 dirhams, or let's just say $10,000 per month from this entire 50 people. How could the same exact person make 10 times more money? Well, quite simply by teaching more people, but instead of teaching them one-on-one, making it more advanced where he has a team that takes care of them, or perhaps laying out a course, and instead of people coming to him in real life, they only come through the social media, and now boom, you have got everything solidified through the social media. So how exactly would you set up this entire layout? It's so easy and simple. So if you want to be a gym coach, or if you have any kind of skill that you would like to sell, 2025 is the easiest times that you could do it, and that's exactly what I'm doing to make all of this money that I currently make on the daily basis, literally over 20,000 dirhams on the daily, alhamdulillah. How exactly am I doing it? It's quite simply by looking into the top influencers in the UAE or in the region of MENA, or even in the UK, USA, Canada, and then telling them that, hey, if you would like to make an extra 50 to 100k per month, I could definitely help you out. And how do I help them? Is by building them the entire WAP, a sales funnel, the website, everything A to Z, and even helping them build the entire course. And boom, that's literally it. All I had to do was literally help them set up the base, and now I have 20 to 30% from each one of these influencers that are making money on the daily basis. All my people got the pistachio frappe, so the conversation will hit even deeper now, inshallah. But yeah, as I was talking to you guys, there's a lot of things that you have to keep in mind when it comes to taking advice from people, and even mentors and all of the people that are around you. So you have to be very careful who you take advice from, and inshallah, pay attention if their advice are for your benefit or not, because not everyone is actually in your good and advising you for good, and they might actually advise you for you to fall into something deeper, or perhaps not get the benefit that you were to get at the beginning. So always pay attention to who advise you and all of that stuff. Very important thing. That's something that I realized through my own experience, alhamdulillah. The next thing that I'd like to talk about is, of course, my own source of income, and how exactly did I get to this position where I make 20 to 50,000 dirhams to even 70 and 90,000, as you guys have seen the vlog, on the daily, alhamdulillah. Well, quite simply by actually monetizing what I already knew. So what did I know? I knew dropshipping and e-commerce, and what I did was I doubled down, I learned it more, spent 8 hours, 9 hours a day learning it more and more and more, started my mentorship, and then that mentorship took over, and alhamdulillah I did so well. The next thing that I did is start my coaching business, meaning that I helped other people who wanted to become a coach, who wanted to actually monetize their audience online. So I actually helped them with the entire setup of sales, closing, whatever that you could possibly think of, including setting up their base and their courses. So everything A to Z, I helped them with the entire process, and that's exactly how I kind of did have a second stream of income, alhamdulillah. All my people, look at this beautiful view of Dubai, Allahumma barik. I mean, think about this, right? If you weren't having the financial freedom at this time, you'd probably be at your job, most probably. But the fact that you have financial freedom, you can literally do whatever that you want at any time, which is the biggest blessing ever. And this comes to the conclusion of the video, which is why exactly I made this video, is also because if there was to be a professor watching this video, then I could tell them that, hey, that is not the only way that you could actually make money, and there's way more ways that you could actually take advantage of what you already know, and perhaps double down on it and actually monetize it to help more people out. You know, build a personal brand, and through that personal brand help more people out, help more students out. This is not only for you to make more money, but to also help more students globally with whatever knowledge that you have. And the biggest key or important part is that everyone is ready to pay. Everyone is ready to pay for the knowledge that they're missing out on, even including the professors. They're literally having mentors too. And the only reason why they're paying for it is because of the fact that they want to get more knowledge or access to more things that they might not have access to. So it's not really a bad thing for you to teach others and actually make a money or profit out of it. As I mentioned in my last vlog, the worst people are not the people who are now willing to teach you what they know. The worst people are those who are gatekeeping, because if they gatekeep it, they take it to their grave and they never actually benefited anyone else. But if there's someone who is open to teaching others and helping others, then perhaps those are the people that would actually get the benefit of this dunya and the akhirah. Why? Because they decided that they want to help more people out and they want to actually change someone else's life too. So it's super important that you guys actually think about this, not only in the money making perspective, but in the perspective of, could I possibly change someone else's life? Could I possibly help someone else? You know, there's a lot of countries, like third world countries, that doesn't have access to the knowledge that these professors have, or the stuff that these professors know. Even other professors doesn't even have a clue about it. So if you were to actually build something for the people, help them understand. Help them understand it and help them, you know, realize things that they didn't even have a clue about or knowledge about. Then you are helping the people out, and that's exactly what your main goal should be. Helping majority of the people, or as many people as possible, at one singular time. So this is very key, very important for you guys to inshallah keep in mind, and this is something that you always have to kind of pay attention to it, inshallah. And one of the other reasons why I would like to emphasize on this point so much is because of the fact that if I knew dropshipping but I never decided to teach it to anyone, I would have probably never helped someone else make more money or perhaps have an extra stream of income. And the best part, the halal way, unlike all of these other influencers or gurus or people that teaches you how to do it the haram way. So I decided to help the people out, and if I never decided to never help the people out, then perhaps that would have been a situation where I get kept my knowledge and never taught anyone else, and no one else actually made money excluding myself. So it's always important to help anyone else that you can at any time with any kind of knowledge that you have, because everyone is in need of more knowledge, and if you could actually share more knowledge with more people, then not only are you helping them, but you're also actually making money for yourself. And you know, a lot of people say, oh no, the professor should actually teach us for free or whatever. Now that depends on the professor themselves. A surgeon will not do a free surgery to every single patient because they're not making money from it, because at the end of the day, even if you're a surgeon or whatever job that you're doing it, there should be a factor of motivation or a factor of continuation. And that factor for most of the people, or at least professors, is actually money. If there is no money involved in teaching others and in actually making money from whatever that they're teaching, then they might as well stop and not even think about doing another episode or another module or whatever. But if they have a factor to be motivated and to be hyped about teaching others, then that's exactly when they will continue doing what they're doing and continue teaching more people and changing more lives. So that's kind of the perspective that I see it. Now, if you don't have the money to pay for it and all of that stuff, that's on you. In my own honest, genuine opinion, I think you should do something about it for you to be able to purchase whatever mentorship that you want to buy, whatever thing that you want to get in order to change your life. But if you can't do it, you cannot really blame the mentors or the professors that are actually doing it for, you know, money or for changing their own life. So subhanallah, once again, such a beautiful view, beautiful place that I'm in right now. Everything looks so beautiful. And yeah, if there is any professor watching this video, if there's anyone watching this video, all I would like to tell them is that indeed, if you were to actually decide on helping more people out, you can. Indeed, if you were to decide on making more money, you can. It's all within your own willpower. If you decide that you want to do it, you can do it. If you decide that you don't want to do it, then perhaps that's all upon you as well. So I hope inshallah this video helped the mentors, the professors, or perhaps the people who are watching this to actually take higher decision in life, better decision in life. And there is nothing wrong with you wanting more, or perhaps wanting a better lifestyle than some other people. So always look for a bigger aim. Always be thankful indeed, because that is the most important thing. And inshallah, keep looking at the moon and shooting for the stars. That's all I'm gonna tell you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Inshallah, I'm gonna enjoy my drink, go home and all of that stuff, enjoy my day. I actually don't really have much meetings or stuff like that, but I'll still try to finish whatever that is left on the board and see what else I'm gonna be doing. So thank you so much for watching, my people. Jazakumullah khair, and I hope it didn't offend anyone. I do apologize if it did by any means or whatever, but my intentions are clear. My hope is for the people to actually take a better decision in their life and actually change someone else's life, and by the will of Allah you guys are able to do it in any way possible. So thank you once again for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.